Hey guys, Sam here from keycommerce.com. In this video, I'm talking about shopping campaigns, in particular, smart shopping campaigns. So important, guys. I just made a video about conversion tracking and why it's so important because I audited a Google Ads account for an e-commerce store owner that had spent $15,000 without the proper conversion tracking. Well, even if you don't have conversion tracking set up, you can still look at your search terms report and see what people are using, what queries they're using to actually click on your ads, even if you don't have conversion data. This means that even if you don't have conversion tracking, which you should, you can still salvage some data about your audience, about your customers, what they're using to search, and even just the popularity of the search terms and how Google is showing your ads, your products to these people. The problem is, he also had smart shopping campaigns. Oh man. Okay, so let me say this first. Smart shopping campaigns can work brilliantly in the right situation, and Google can dial them in really nicely. But when the market conditions change, say around seasonally, or you ran out of stock, that can cause a lot of problems with smart shopping campaigns. This video isn't going to rip on them because of that. I'm going to rip on them right now because you can't see the search data for those campaigns. For example, here we have a regular shopping campaign, an old one, it's paused right now, but we can see here all these search queries that people are using to search, and I'm sorting them by clicks, so you can see the most popular ones here. We also have the conversion data, which is amazing, but even then, we have all this information about the different queries people are using to search before they click on these products in the shopping campaigns. So helpful for us. Even if we don't have conversion data, we can go, okay, there's a lot of people searching for the Europe SIM card. Yeah, you could get this from your keyword research, but that's also an estimate. This is the hard data. It's also based on your brand because it's based on the ad copy you've written or the product feed that you've created with the images and the titles and the pricing that you have there. Without that data, without conversion tracking, that audit was like pulling blood from a stone. Trying to find some good. I gave him some great suggestions about a new build, about a new strategy, and I also went over his whole income statement, his profit and loss statement, to give some feedback on that too. But this is why, guys. If you don't have conversion, set up conversion tracking. I'll say it again. I said it in that video. I'll say it again. Set up conversion tracking, but be careful with smart shopping campaigns. They can work really well. They're also very automated, so you don't have to do the bidding yourself. You don't have to go through and do all the negative keywords yourself because you can't see the search queries, the search terms report. But you also can't pull data. So say, for example, with that account, I wanted to go and build some great search campaigns because he didn't have any search campaigns. Then I don't have any data to work with. I have to start from scratch, which if you've done a lot of Google accounts and campaigns before, it's much more expensive with search campaigns for e-commerce. It's much easier to run shopping campaigns and then pull out the search terms from that search terms report and then build a really effective search campaign. It's because search campaigns, they're just harder to get conversion rates than shopping campaigns. You get clicks, but the clicks are often a little bit more expensive. Conversion rates are often, not always, a little bit lower. So it means that at the start, the return on ad spend is going to be lower for those search campaigns. And any head start that we can get, any kickstart we can get from that search term support like this is going to play off big time, because you can just even look at this right now. You can see there's all these ad group campaign ideas. You'd split up based on the campaigns, based on the different products, potentially, because there's a lot of search volume, but also the different ad copy, the keywords, what you'd be targeting, how to make those ads relevant towards the keywords. You learn all that from this data that you're paying for anyway. Anyway, guys, I really want to emphasize that the smart shopping campaigns, they can work. I'm not one of those guys that are like, no, they never work. But we've seen that in this case, when you need that data, when you haven't ever run a manual shopping campaign, you are missing out on a lot of insights about your audience. And if you've watched my other videos, you'll know again and again, I ramp on about understanding your customers, understanding what they use to search for your products, the language they use, and making sure that's reflected in your strategy, like your keyword strategy, but also in your ad copy, also on your website, your product page, making sure that you really speak to these people, because that's how you create a really strong brand that people love, the people that identify with. And when you're building a brand store, you don't just care about that front end traffic and making sure that's profitable, but you care about building a customer base that goes out and tells everyone about your products because they've had an amazing buying experience. This stuff is going to help improve your conversion rates. It's going to lead to a more successful store. And just as long as you improve the average order value and the lifetime value of those customers by getting repeat customers, you're well on your way. But a lot of this stuff can start right there in the traffic, because you're spending this money to get this data. You might as well make sure this data is useful for your whole store. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Smart shopping campaigns can work, but just be so careful because you can't see the search term support, which makes it really hard to build out the rest of your campaigns and even inform your whole strategy. Just wanted to talk about that today. Hope that video was helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.